Hello everyone. Struggling with joint pain and stubborn weight after 60? You're not alone and you're not stuck. In this warm, uplifting video, we'll walk you through 5 simple, realistic habits that can help ease joint pain, shed extra pounds, and bring more energy back into your life. No extreme diets or intense workouts, just gentle, powerful changes you can start today. Because it's never too late to feel better in your body. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt like your knees were screaming at you? That slow, stiff ache that seems to echo all the way up your back, and it wasn't always like this, was it? There was a time when you could get up and go, when a walk around the block felt easy and even enjoyable. But now, it might feel like your body's fighting you every step of the way. And here's the part that makes it all a little more frustrating. You know that carrying extra weight makes your joints hurt more. But losing that weight feels like a mountain you just don't have the strength to climb. If that sounds like you, or even just a little bit like you, take a deep breath. You're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. Today, I want to walk with you gently, at your pace, through 5 easy, realistic changes you can make that will not only help you shed extra pounds, but also ease those nagging joint aches that seem to follow you everywhere. You don't need to hit the gym or eat like a rabbit. This is about creating a better quality of life, starting exactly where you are. So let's talk about the first shift, one that surprises most people: not just what you eat, but when you eat. You see, your body changes over time. What worked when you were 30 doesn't necessarily work at 60 or 70. One of the most powerful yet gentle habits you can build is adjusting your eating window. It's called time-based eating, and it's not about starving yourself or skipping meals. It's about giving your body more time to rest and digest between meals, especially overnight. Let's say you usually have breakfast around 8 a.m. and a snack before bed at 10 p.m. That's a 14-hour window where your body is constantly processing food. But if you gently shorten that window even by 2 hours, you give your body a break. A 10 to 12-hour eating window can help your metabolism reset, reduce inflammation, and even support healthy weight loss. What does this have to do with your joints? Everything. Inflammation is one of the biggest culprits behind joint pain. By allowing your body more time to rest from digestion, you're also calming inflammation. And when inflammation settles down, joints feel looser, less swollen, and even stronger. Start small. If you normally snack at 9 p.m., try wrapping up dinner a little earlier, around 6:30 or 7. Sip some herbal tea in the evening instead. Give your body time to wind down. It's a quiet change, but over time, it can bring powerful relief. Now, let's shift to the second change: movement. But hold on, I'm not talking about hitting the treadmill or doing squats. I'm talking about simple, nourishing movement that supports your joints instead of stressing them. Have you ever tried water walking? Whether it's in a pool, at your local community center, or a backyard setup, water gives your joints a break. It supports your body weight while still letting your muscles do the work. That means you can move more freely, strengthen the muscles that support your knees, hips, and spine, and reduce the stiffness that comes from being still too long. Even just 2 sessions a week in the water can begin to ease joint pain and make everyday movement like standing, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries less painful. But what if you don't have access to a pool? No problem. Start with something called gentle resistance. That can be as simple as using a chair for balance while lifting one leg at a time, or using resistance bands. They're like big rubber bands to do light arm curls or stretches. These exercises keep your muscles active without putting pressure on your joints. And the best part? You can do them right in your living room, with music on or a favorite show in the background. When your muscles are stronger, your joints don't have to work so hard to hold you up. Less pressure means less pain. It's that simple. The goal isn't to become an athlete. The goal is to feel strong enough to enjoy the little things again: to walk without wincing, to stand without bracing yourself, to bend down and tie your shoes without groaning. And while we're on the topic of enjoyment, let's not forget the role that joy and connection play in your health. You might be wondering what laughter or companionship has to do with weight or joint pain, but more than you'd think. Feeling isolated or low can lead to more emotional eating, less movement, and a higher likelihood of skipping meals or relying on convenience foods. On the flip side, Having something or someone to look forward to helps you stay active and engaged. So if you're trying to make healthier food choices or move more, don't go it alone. Walk with a friend. Share a healthy lunch. Join a gentle yoga class, even if it's online. Laughter and connection release feel-good chemicals in the brain, reduce stress, and can even dull pain perception. Just think about how your body feels after a really good laugh, looser, lighter, more open. That's no accident. Your mood directly impacts your physical health. So let's make joy part of your wellness plan. Now that we've touched on these first few powerful shifts when you eat, how you move, and who you move with, you're already starting to build momentum. These aren't just health tips. They're stepping stones toward a lighter body, stronger joints, and a more joyful life. Let's keep walking forward together, one small step at a time. You're already doing more than you realize by just being here, open to change, curious about what's possible. And that counts for something more than something, really. Because every positive change begins in the mind, not the mirror. And now that you've started nudging your body toward healing with gentler eating windows, movement, and even a little laughter, let's keep that momentum going. Let's talk about what's on your plate. No, not in a judgmental way. This isn't about restrictions or giving up everything you love. It's about understanding how the right foods can be your body's best medicine, especially when it comes to easing inflammation and shedding stubborn bounds. You've probably heard the word anti-inflammatory tossed around, but what does it actually mean for your joints? Imagine inflammation as tiny sparks of fire inside your body. When those sparks catch and spread, your joints swell, your muscles ache, and you feel stiff, tired, even foggy. But the good news, certain foods can help put that fire out. Think color. Bright red berries, deep green spinach, orange sweet potatoes, purple cabbage. These foods aren't just pretty, they're powerful. They contain antioxidants and nutrients that cool inflammation and support your body's natural healing. And here's something many people don't realize. Healthy fats are your friends. Avocados, olive oil, walnuts, and even a little bit of dark chocolate, yes, really can support joint health and help with weight control. Fat doesn't make you fat. In fact, the right fats help you feel full longer and give your body what it needs to absorb vitamins that reduce joint pain and support mobility. Now, let's gently mention what to cut back on, not cut out, just reduce. Foods high in added sugar or heavily processed, think soda, white bread, or boxed snacks, don't just pack on weight. They also fuel inflammation. That means more joint pain, more swelling, and more fatigue. So instead of thinking about what you can't have, think about crowding your plate with more of the good stuff. Roast some veggies with olive oil. Swap white rice for quinoa or brown rice. Add a handful of fresh berries to your breakfast instead of a sugary cereal. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And here's a little secret, your taste buds adjust. That sweet tooth, it doesn't own you. Over time, as you bring in more whole, real foods, you'll start to crave them. That morning orange will taste like candy. That grilled salmon with lemon, better than a greasy burger. Your body knows what it needs, it just needs you to trust it again. Now, let's talk about one more shift. It's not food. It's not exercise. But it might be the most overlooked key to losing weight and easing joint pain. Sleep. Yes, sleep. That thing that gets harder and harder with age, right? Maybe you wake up every few hours. Maybe you lie awake, tossing and turning, thinking about the past or the future or that ache in your lower back. But when your sleep suffers, so does everything else. Here's why it matters. When you don't get enough restful sleep, your hormones get thrown off. One hormone makes you feel hungrier. The other tells you to stop eating, and sleep deprivation turns up the first and turns down the second. It's like your body's playing tricks on you. You might find yourself reaching for snacks more often, even when you're not truly hungry. Not only that, but poor sleep increases inflammation. That's more pain in your joints, more stiffness when you wake up, and more fatigue that keeps you from moving during the day. But there's hope. A few gentle habits can help you reclaim your nights. Try winding down the same way each evening, maybe a warm cup of chamomile tea, soft music, dim lights, and turning off screens at least an hour before bed. Blue light from phones or TVs tells your brain it's still daytime, even when it's not. And temperature matters, too. A cooler room helps your body know it's time to sleep. Soft sheets, supportive pillows, these are small comforts that send a big signal to your brain. It's time to rest. If your mind races when you lie down, try writing in a little notebook. Just a few lines: what you're grateful for, what made you smile that day, what you're hoping for tomorrow. It helps shift your focus and calm the noise. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, don't fight it. Don't reach for your phone. Just take a few slow breaths. Remind yourself your body is healing. Even rest is restorative. Even stillness counts. When you sleep better, everything feels easier. Your appetite balances. Your energy improves. Your joints have time to repair and reset. And little by little, the pounds come off, not from exhaustion or willpower, but from your body working with you instead of against you. These shifts: adding colorful foods, cutting back on the sugar that fuels pain, honoring your sleep, are all part of the same gentle movement. A movement back toward yourself, back toward comfort, mobility, and lightness. Not just in your body, but in your whole life. You don't need to rush. You don't need to do it all at once. Every step you take is a step toward more freedom, more ease, more joy. Let's keep going. You've come this far, and that says a lot. Most people give up before they even start, but not you. You've already begun to plant the seeds, changing how you eat, how you move, how you rest. And now, let's talk about a change that's less about doing and more about feeling. Something simple that has the power to transform not only your weight and your joint pain, but your entire day. Stress. It's sneaky, isn't it? You may not even notice it until your shoulders are tight, your head aches, or your sleep disappears altogether. But here's the thing many people don't know: stress doesn't just live in your mind. It sets up shop in your body. When you carry stress, especially over time, your body produces more cortisol, your fight or flight hormone, and high cortisol levels can lead to weight gain, especially around the belly. It can also worsen inflammation and make joint pain feel even worse. So, managing stress isn't just about feeling better emotionally, it's a direct path to physical relief. But let's be honest, stress management can sound like one more thing to add to a never-ending to-do list. So let's keep it real and keep it gentle. Start small, just 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes where you sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. That's it. No fancy meditation apps, no chanting required. Just you and your breath, in and out. That slow, steady rhythm tells your body you're safe, that it's okay to relax, that it doesn't need to hold on so tightly. And here's something lovely: gratitude works just as powerfully. Each morning or evening, try saying out loud 3 simple things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the way your dog wags its tail when you walk in the room. Maybe it's the smell of coffee, or the fact that your knees hurt a little less today than they did last week. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. And where your focus goes, your energy flows. Less stress, more calm. Less cortisol, less inflammation. It's all connected. Another gentle way to lighten stress and, surprisingly, lighten your body is connection. Yes, human connection. Even just a small chat with a neighbor, a phone call to a friend, or sharing a laugh with someone you love can release feel-good chemicals in your brain that help reduce pain and ease tension. You don't need a big social circle. Just 1 or 2 people you feel comfortable around, where you can show up exactly as you are. If you don't have that right now, that's okay too. You can build it. Start by saying hello to someone new at the store. Ask your pharmacist how their day's going. Smile at the mail carrier. These small moments of kindness are like drops of water. Over time, they fill the well. And while we're on the topic of lightening not just stress or weight, but your whole experience, there's one final shift that brings it all together. It's the one most often overlooked. And yet it's what keeps you going when the changes feel slow or the scale doesn't budge right away. Mindset. Not the rah-rah, motivational poster kind, but the quiet, resilient kind. The voice in your head that says, I may be getting older, but I'm not giving up. The belief that every day, no matter how small the change, is a new chance to feel better than yesterday. When you begin seeing food as fuel instead of comfort, movement as medicine instead of punishment, rest as recovery instead of laziness, something begins to shift. You stop chasing the number on the scale and start chasing the feeling of being alive again. This journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to yourself, the version of you who moves with more ease, who wakes up feeling rested, who sits down in a chair without groaning or second-guessing. That version isn't gone. It's just been buried under the noise of years of stress, habits, and pain. You don't need perfection. You just need permission to go slow, to rest when you need to begin again every time you slip. Because you will slip. That's not failure. That's being human. And remember, weight loss after 60 looks different. It's not about skinny jeans or swimsuit season. It's about reducing pressure on your knees so you can walk farther. It's about decreasing belly fat to lower inflammation and risk of heart disease. It's about carrying less so you can live more. Every healthy meal, every walk around the block, every night of good sleep, every smile or breath or stretch, it all adds up. You might not feel the difference in a day, but you'll feel it in a week, and you'll see it in a month, and in 6 months, you might not even recognize the old you. So if no one's told you this today, let me be the one to say it. You're doing better than you think, and it's never too late to rewrite the story your body's been telling. Here's to fewer aches, to looser pants, to lighter mornings and deeper breaths. Here's to the quiet kind of strength that doesn't need to shout to be heard. You're already on your way. So here we are, the final piece of the puzzle. You've already taken in a lot, and I hope by now, you're starting to see this journey not as a mountain to climb, but as a gentle path you can walk one small, steady step at a time. There's just one last step to cover, and it's one that quietly holds everything together. It's hydration. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Water. Really? That's it. But yes, water. It sounds too simple, too ordinary to make a difference, but sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. Most people over 60 are walking around mildly dehydrated every single day and don't even realize it. And when your body is even slightly low on water, your joints feel stiffer, your metabolism slows down, and your hunger signals get all mixed up. You might think you're hungry when really, your body's just begging for a sip of water. You might feel sluggish, dizzy, or foggy-headed, blaming age or sleep when in truth, your body's just running low on its most basic fuel. Water cushions your joints. It keeps the cartilage soft and spongy, which means less grinding, less aching, and more ease in your movements. And when you're trying to lose weight, hydration becomes even more important. Water helps flush out toxins, supports digestion, and even boosts your metabolism. Just drinking a glass of water before meals can help you feel fuller and more in control of your portions. Now, I'm not asking you to gulp down a gallon every day. That's overwhelming and unnecessary. But aim for 6 to 8 cups throughout the day, more if it's hot or you're moving around a lot. And if plain water doesn't excite you, no problem. Add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a few fresh mint leaves. Herbal teas count too. Just try to stay away from sugary drinks or too much caffeine, which can do more harm than good. You might want to keep a pretty glass or bottle next to your favorite chair, or wherever you spend most of your time. Sometimes just seeing it is enough to remind you to take a sip. These tiny reminders, these gentle cues, are what keep you on track without effort or guilt. So now, let's pause. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. You've done something really powerful today. You've invested time in you. That's not always easy, especially when the world tries to make us feel invisible after a certain age. But here's the truth. You're not invisible. You're valuable. You're wise. And you deserve to feel good in your body, not in your 20s, not someday now. Let's take a moment to remember what we've discovered. You've learned that eating with care isn't about deprivation, it's about choosing foods that love you back. You've realized that gentle movement isn't a chore, it's your medicine. You now understand that sleep isn't optional, it's how your body rebuilds, repairs, and resets. You've started to see that managing stress isn't just good for the soul, it soothes your joints, your weight, your whole being. And now you've embraced the quiet power of hydration, this humble, healing tool that can bring your body back into balance. These aren't trends. These aren't short-lived fixes. These are timeless habits rooted in care, in kindness, in self-respect. And the most beautiful thing? It's not too late for any of them. Not even close. It's okay if you don't follow all 5 every single day. Life happens. There will be days when you eat something sweet or skip your walk or stay up too late. That doesn't erase your progress. That doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're human. What matters most is that you keep returning to what feels good, what brings you back to yourself. So if your knees are a little sore today, give them grace but also give them movement, hydration, and rest. If the scale hasn't budged yet, give it time but also give your body the nourishment and patience it deserves. You didn't arrive at this moment overnight, and you won't change it overnight either. But every small change, it stacks up, it counts. And if you ever doubt whether this matters, if it's really making a difference, just ask yourself this. Do I want to be able to walk freely next year? Sit without pain? Travel, garden, hug my grandkids without holding my back? Because those aren't small things. They are everything. So take the stairs if you can. Choose the apple instead of the cookie when you're up for it. Drink that glass of water. Stretch your arms. Laugh more. Sleep well. Move your beautiful body and speak kindly to yourself while you do it. You are not broken. You are not too old. You are becoming. And if this video helped you feel even just a little more hopeful, a little more ready, then share that spark. Tell us in the comments what's your favorite small habit. What change are you working on today? Your story could inspire someone else to take their very first step. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you'd like more content designed just for you. Because here, we don't believe in expiration dates. We believe in transformation, at any age. So here's to lighter joints, a lighter body, and a lighter heart. Here's to living your best life starting now. You've got this.